At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand and remove your cap for a moment of silence. Tonight, we would like to honor one of our fellow schools whom experienced one of the most horrible tragedy in American history. Uvalde ISD lost 2 teachers and 19 young children. Remember now as the 21. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you for a moment of silence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We ask that you remain standing, please. Remove your caps as respect for the national anthem will be played by the Taft High School Band under the guidance of band director Mr. Joseph Guzman. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless our troops overseas and stateside and their respective families. Thank you.
It's on her. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have another live broadcast from Greyhound Network, live from Greyhound Stadium as the Greyhounds are set to take on the Robstown Cotton Pickers. Tonight's captains for the Greyhounds are number 5, Johnny Acosta, number 1, Efren Ozuna, number 60, Maricelo Nieto, and number 11, Enrique Rodriguez.
64, Mark Pena, and number 3, Derek Silva.
Looks like the Greyhounds are going to be receiving the first kickoff of tonight's game. Again, the Robstown Convickers come into tonight's game 3-0. The Greyhounds 1-2. So tonight's game is set to be very explosive and fast from the very jump. So once again, as usual, we have Josh Suarez as a deep man. Line ahead of him, you have Rodriguez and Martinez. Rodriguez and Suarez both do have returns on the year. Very few teams choose to kick to him right off the back lately in the season. So here we go, kickoff set. Cotton pickers coming into town looking to keep their undefeated streak alive. It's been a while since they've had this kind of wave, so it's looking to be a good ball game. Deep kick. Looks like Rodriguez is going to get a chance to return it. Hey, looking for a lane to run, trying to reach out towards the left far side. Cotton pickers good defense though. Able to get backside pursuit. Only gives up maybe 10. So for the first time tonight, we're going to see JJ Acosta, who's been absolutely awesome through the first 3 quarters of all the games. Fourth quarter is going to have to be where this offense tonight is going to have to get through their struggles if they want to win. So right off the back, you're going to see the Greyhounds looking to come down the field and score. So you're going to have Costa come out in the shotgun formation, Rivera in the backfield with him. First is going to be a give, inside give to Rivera. Puts his head down. Is going to get maybe about 4. So Rivera is going to be the first play of the game with the inside handoff to the left. So Greyhounds have a bunt set now to the right side. Costa dropping back, feeling the pressure, going to step up in front, tries to dump it off last minute. Unable to get it complete though, so the incomplete is going to bring up 3rd and 7 coming up for the Greyhounds. First third down of the night. That time you saw Robstown able to get pressure within the inside. Costa tried to have to make something work. So here we go, 3rd and looks about 6 more or less to go. Costa's dropping back. It's going to be a quick outside pass. Rivera, big hit by the Robstown Cotton Pickers. It's going to stop the Greyhounds just short. So here we are, our first 4th down of the night. It's going to look 4th and 1, and it looks like the Greyhounds are going to keep the first offense on the field. They're going fast. And right there, you saw the Cotton Pickers have to burn their first timeout of the night. Again, the Greyhounds didn't substitute anybody on that one, so they were allowed to just carry up that fast pace. Robstown tried to get in the substitutions. So here we are, 11:08 left to play in the first quarter. We're going to face our first 4th down of the night. The Greyhounds are going for it on their own side of the field, 4th and 1. Acosta in the shotgun formation. Going to try the hard count. Doesn't go, going to let it go over the top to the right side, just outside of the reach of Ozuna. So the Cotton Pickers are able to force the turnover on downs. They're going to take over with very good field position starting out at the Greyhound 39-yard line. So the Greyhounds chose to go for it on 4th and 1. Were unable to get the completion. So now we're going to see the Cotton Picker offense for the first time tonight. 11:02 as they take over, 1st and 10 from the Greyhound 39-yard line. So here we are tonight. You're going to see the Cotton Pickers offense for the first time. You're going to see sort of a similar style of offense, the spread style. Quarterback's going to line up in a shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. First play of the night, quarterback's going to keep it up the middle, trying to find some room to work with. Able to pick up a good amount of yards. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up for the Robstown after the first down run. Inside handoff once again. Able to put his head down and fight for the first down. So he moves the chains on 2nd down. So far, back-to-back inside gives against the Greyhounds. And the Robstown is wasting no time getting up to the line. Now you're going to try a quick outside screen to the left side. There is a flag on the far right side. So it's going to be a legal substitution against the Greyhounds. It's going to give the Robstown 5 yards. So now 1st and 5 with the ball now inside the red zone officially at the Greyhound 19-yard line. Robstown trying to work the hard count. Greyhounds don't budge. Now Silva looking to the sideline, making his adjustments, still in the shotgun formation. This time going to keep it upside the middle, and it slips up. It's going to lose a yard on that one, so now it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 after the 1-yard loss. .930 left to play in the first quarter. Robstown now lining up with 3 split to the left. Gutierrez in the backfield with Silva. Inside handoff to Gutierrez. Going to put his head down. It's going to be very close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short. With only a yard to go. And Robstown's hurrying right up back to the line. Gutierrez once again an inside handoff. Greyhounds able to get penetration. And even though the Greyhounds were able to hold him on a sharp gain on that one, it was enough to move the sticks. So now 1st and 10 with the ball now sitting at the 18-yard line. 8:42 left to play in the first quarter. There you go, the inside pass, and incomplete. Robstown right there pulled out the play action pass and tried to hit the outside slant. Receiver unable to hang on to it. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. So you're seeing Robstown right off the back trying to establish their rhythm. They've gone inside handoff. That time pulled out the play action. Here he goes. Quarterback going to keep it up the middle. Pettis able to trip him up, but he's still able to fall forward for positive yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 with the ball now sitting at the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 5 coming up for Robstown. Inside handoff to Gutierrez, waiting for a lane and able to patiently find one and into the end zone for the first score of the night. Gutierrez on the board for the Cotton Pickers with 7:55 left to play in the first quarter. Robstown with the first touchdown of the night. An extra point looks like it's going to be good. So here we are, 7-0, 7:55 left to play in the first quarter. And we give a official shout out, our first shout out of the night to our sponsors, Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Sons Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, and the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to all our sponsors for being able to bring tonight's broadcast. So here we are. The Greyhounds are going to look to try and answer after the Cotton Pickers were able to drive down the field, establish good offensive rhythm, and have the lead 7-0. So here we are. As usual, Suarez is a lone deep man. Next line is going to be Rodriguez and Martinez. The first kickoff, Robstown did kick it deep, and Rodriguez had a chance to return it. Deep kick this time. Rodriguez once again must have able to pick it up. So a muffed return on that one slows down the return, and the Robstown was there quickly to bring him down. So here we go. The Greyhounds are going to start out at their own 29-yard line. First drive, Greyhounds were stopped. So here we are. Greyhounds catch a little bit of the break on that one. So after the short return, they are going to get they're going to get offsides against Robstown. It's going to add 5 yards to the end of the run. So now the Greyhounds are going to take over at their own 34-yard line. Last drive, the Greyhounds were stopped on 4 downs. So here we go, dropping down. Cosa going to go ahead and keep it himself around the left side. So Cosa pulls it down and is able to scramble for 5 on that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Scorsese dropping back, feeling the backside pressure, able to get it away from Rivera. Good open field tackle by Robstown Cotton Pickers. Big tackle right there. Now he gets away from that one. He's got maybe a first down. Instead, it's a short gain. So now it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Greyhounds. So again, the Greyhounds working against the stick so far tonight on the first 2 drives. Costa dropping back, feeling the pressure, looking to find the room to work with, stretches forward, and on good effort, able to pick up the first down. A 9-yard gain is going to keep the drive alive for the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds able to pick up their first down of the night, and it comes with 6:28 left to play in the first quarter. Ball now sitting at the Greyhound 44-yard line. Suarez in motion, going to hand it off to Rivera around the left side, trying to stretch it outside the tackle. Good pursuit by the Robstown defense. Going to give them 3 on that one, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. So tonight, right off the back, you're seeing the Greyhound offense have a little bit of a different tempo than the first 3 games. Costa once again going to try the inside run back. He's got room to work on the left side. He's off to the races. And he's in for the touchdown. The first touchdown of the Greyhounds tonight comes from a Costa run. You saw it. It was a design QB run inside. Just gave a quick pump fake, and the draw was wide open up the middle and did the rest with his legs down the left sideline. So the Greyhounds on the board with 5:36 left to play in the first quarter. Gildry is going to line it up for the Greyhounds and try to even this up. And it's just enough to get through. So now we're all knotted up, 7 apiece, 5:36 left to play. On that last drive, you saw exactly what Acosta brings to the table. He's electric whenever he's able to find some room to work with. And on that one, a QB designed run, and he did the rest with his eyes and his legs. So the Greyhound able to knot it up, and you're going to see the Robstown offense come out here and try to answer it. Like I said, I expected fireworks in the first quarter, and that's exactly what we've had so far. So tonight it's going to be about which defense can buckle down at least one more time than the other.
Number 28 and Goodry kicking off for the Greyhounds.
I got it on my phone. I pretty much memorized her. Yeah. All right. Right now? Is it Trey? Before a kickoff, let's give a special shout out. Trey Solis, Arlington Baptist University, spring 2026 baseball. So we are Greyhounds lining it up. Gildry gonna give a line drive. Robstown trying to find some room to work with. Brought down quickly. Good open field tackle by Alvarado on that one. So here come the Cotton Pickers, gonna look to try and answer with their own drive. The ball's gonna start at their own 39-yard line. So very close to Greyhound territory already. 5:32 left to play in the first quarter. Here comes Silva leading out the Cotton Pickers. First drive, you saw inside give, inside give, inside give. Let's see if that's exactly what they're going to do on this one. And they started right off the back, inside give. Nothing's fake, but big open field tackle right there. Isaiah Pettis able to get the initial contact. And that's exactly what the Greyhound defense is going to need. They're going to need Isaiah Pettis to step up on that defensive line. Good defense right there. You saw a beautiful break on the ball. Martinez able to read it. Incomplete pass. It's going to quickly bring the Cotton Pickers to their first third down. Like I said, this young defensive line for the Greyhounds, they lost a lot of experience, so the Greyhounds still trying to find their rhythm up front. Tonight's a good game for them to establish it. Robstown trying to hard count. Greyhounds had trouble with that early in the season, but since then they have buckled down, haven't really jumped off sides much lately. So here we go. Robstown dropping back, looking downfield, has time to throw, hits the outside route, and it's enough for a first down. So that time, Silva had time to throw, able to hit the outside receiver for a first down. So Robstown now in Greyhound territory with the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 46-yard line. Here you go. Silva has time, steps up in the middle. Another big play by Bettis in the middle. Big game so far. Bettis starting out hot, just making havoc up front. Robstown inside give now. And that time, Greyhounds able to bring him down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. And you're seeing Robstown rush up to the line once again. They're going to try the inside give again. This time, Greyhounds on that time, you're seeing the Greyhounds be able to find a little bit of rhythm against this running back. The first drive, he was able to be patient and let the holes develop. Sometimes when the defense is over pursuing, you're able to find a lane that opens up late. This side on this drive, the Greyhounds so far have been being patient with their tackles and letting the ball come to them. And now here we go, Robstown facing their first 4th down of the night, and they're going to go for it. 3:43 left to play. Greyhounds facing a big down on this one. Defense looking to keep the momentum going right now. Here we go. Greyhounds trying to keep the momentum going. Inside handoff. Greyhounds have good pursuit. Nieto in the backfield, and the rest of the Greyhounds are there to follow. So Greyhound defensive line able to buckle down after giving up the inside run drive of touchdowns on the last drive. This time they owned the defensive line, and now turnover on downs is going to bring up 1st and 10 with the Greyhounds taking over at their own 43-yard line. So here comes Acosta looking to add to the momentum. 3:18 left to play, 7-7. The hard count's going to work. It's going to be a free play. Of course, they're going to let it go downfield, just outside of the reach of his receiver. It was a free play, though, so the hard count's going to work to the advantage of the Greyhounds. They're going to add 5 yards. It's going to be replay of first down. So on the last drive, you saw Acosta able to get into the end zone on the long QB run. On this one, he's facing 1st and 5 after the penalty. Ball sitting just outside of Robstown territory. Gonna fake the inside give, outside pass to Suarez. Suarez has some room to work with, makes one miss, and he's able to get enough for the first down. So you see Suarez, they're looking to find him in space. If he's able to get in space on a 1-on-1 tackle, he's very hard to bring down. And that time he moves the chains for a first down. So here we are facing 1st and 10, ball sitting at the Robstown 39-yard line. 3:06 left to play in the first quarter. Fake the inside give. He has Martinez wide open in the middle. He's able to make 2 miss, still on his feet, finally brought down. A 20-yard gain is going to keep the chains moving, and Greyhounds now into the red zone. Ball's going to be sitting just at the 20-yard line. So you saw the play action inside. Jay Martinez, you've seen that a couple times this season. So here we go, 2:45. Clock is still rolling. Acosta facing a new set of downs now in the red zone. He's going to fake the outside throw. Has some room to work with. Able to break away from one. Still fighting forward. And another first down. So Greyhounds so far showing some good offensive rhythm after the first drive struggle. 2:29 left to play. The clock stops as Acosta went out of bounds. now in goal line situation. So no more first downs for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds have to punch it in or kick a field goal. You see the fake jet sweep. Now Costa looking to find some blockers. Patiently maneuvers his way down. Gains about 5 on that one. So now the ball just sitting at about the 4.5 yard line, just outside of the 4 yard line. Second and goal. So here we are. Greyhounds bringing the full house set in the backfield. Trying to beef up the muscle, and Rivera able to get around behind those blockers, and he's able to get into the end zone. So the Greyhounds answer with 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Rivera able to get into the end zone. He had 3 last week, and there he is with his first of tonight. So here we are, Gildry. First one was good. He's going to line it up for the second time tonight. And it's in. So Gildry, 2 for 2 tonight. So the Greyhounds now holding the lead. 14-7, 1:48 left to play. A beautiful drive by the Greyhounds. You saw perfect Greyhound rhythm and offense right there. A little mixture of all the skill sets that they have on that side of the ball. That time they were able to put it together and they're able to put up points. Like I said, the Greyhounds have been able to put up points fast in the first 3 quarters. This is nothing new. This offense is very, very powerful, has plenty of skill set. So now let's see if the defense is going to get a chance to add to their momentum. On the last drive, they were able to control the defensive line. Robstown was looking to come back after a successful first drive, try the inside gives, and try to control the line of scrimmage with the run game. The Greyhound defensive line stopped the last one. So here we are after the touchdown drive by the Greyhounds. Guidry's going to set it up and line it up. First one was a line drive to the left side. 14-7, first quarter, 1:48 left to play. This time, Gildry going to set it deep. Centerman's going to have a chance for Robstown. Looking to find a room to work with. Greyhounds have good pursuit. And nice kickoff. Special teams by the Greyhounds on that one. Doesn't give up much on the return. So the Greyhound defense was able to stop the Cotton Pickers on the last drive. They're coming out looking to set the same tone up front. So you are going to see Silva and Gutierrez in the shotgun formation once again. Robstown trying to work the hard count. Greyhounds ain't falling for it. So here goes Silva. Gonna snap it, fake the inside give, tries to slant above his receiver's head, incomplete pass. It's gonna bring up 2nd and 10. Here you go, Silva going to try the inside give to Gutierrez. He's met at the line of scrimmage and held up for a short gain. Looks like Gomez was the one to get the initial contact. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now for Robstown. Low snap. Silva able to control it though. Greyhounds have good inside pursuit, and they don't let him get away. Looks like Gomez, Ozuna, and Suarez all in there for that one. So here we are, big 4th down, and we're going to see the punting unit out for the first time for Robstown. So back-to-back stops for the Greyhound defense. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Suarez is deep for the Greyhounds. Hasn't had a chance to return many. He's dangerous if he's able to get the ball. Let's see if he's going to return this one. Low snap for the Robstown. High kick. Looks like it's going to be in favor of the Greyhounds. Going to take a little bit of a Robstown bounce, but not much. So the Greyhounds going to start out with great field position. They're going to, Costa is going to bring out the offense. 1st and 10 with the ball already in Robstown territory, with the ball sitting at the 46-yard line. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So you're going to see one more snap here in the first quarter. So here we go, Acosta. On the last drive, you saw Rivera able to punch it in after a heavy dose of multiple players. Now Acosta are going to look to add to the lead. 14-7, Greyhounds leading. Dropping back, has time to throw. Going to go ahead and keep it himself around the right side. Finds a man in the middle. Ozuna able to pick up the first down. Nice patience by Acosta right there. Rode out to the right, but still kept his eyes downfield. Able to hook up with Ozuna, so now it's 1st and 10 with the ball now sitting at the 20-yard line, 28-yard line. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 14-7, Greyhounds currently leading Robstown. Again, a special thank you to tonight's sponsors for making this game possible. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Ram and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, special thank you to them for being able to make these broadcasts possible. Our 4th one of the season, the last non-district game for the Greyhounds. So this is a big game as far as momentum and trying to get the mindset right before they open up district against district favorite Odom. Odom struggling down the road a little bit this season. So both teams off to a slow start in the first half of the season. So a big week for both these teams, and the Greyhounds are the first of the two that get a chance to try and get ready for that district opener next week down there in Odom. Here we are after the end of the first quarter. It's going to be the first snap of the second quarter. 14-7, Greyhounds looking to add to the board. Warsaw fakes the inside handoff, tries a quick inside slant. Receiver able to come down with that one. It's going to be positive yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Greyhounds after the 4-yard pass. So Greyhounds so far tonight in offense, they've been patiently working their way through the line, making the reads, looking at their assignments, and it's paid off. And here we are, the drive still alive. Now Acosta trying to find some room to work with. Makes one miss. Good inside move. Looked like he was going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Able to split through one of them and bring up third and short. It's going to bring up third and 2. The hard count's going to work once again. He's going to have Ozuna in the middle, just outside of Reeds. Good effort by Ozuna. So the hard count works for the Greyhounds for the second time tonight, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Acosta had Ozuna in that middle, just above his head. Ozuna, good effort on that one, but the Greyhounds, though, still picking up the first down as it was a free play after Robstown was offsides. So that penalty is going to stop the clock at 11 minutes. Greyhounds now inside of the red zone with the ball sitting at the Robstown 16-yard line. Comes Suarez, fakes the motion. Acosta fighting forward. That time, good pursuit by Robstown. Able to bring him down for no gain. I was going to say he had officially no gain on that one. So second and 10. Here we go. Acosta got 3 to the left. Rivera in the backfield with him. Dropping back. Going to dump it off to the right side. Rivera has room to work with. Has a one blocker. Makes one miss. Works his way back to the inside, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. A nice pass right there. You saw Rivera come out of the backfield in sort of a delayed route right there. And Acosta hit him down on the check down, and Rivera is able just to maneuver in and out, breaks one and into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. So here we are, Gildry lining it up for his third time, perfect on the first two. And this one's no different. 3 for 3 tonight for Gildry. Greyhounds 21-7 have the lead against the Robstown Cotton Pickers. 10:07 left to play. Another good drive put together by the Greyhounds after a good defensive stop. Greyhounds able to add to their lead on that one. So again, tonight you're going to see in between plays and after touchdowns and stuff like that, you're going to see a little bit of more time for the teams to come out and get the game back going because there is KRIS 6 here live at the stadium. They're broadcasting on the CW, so if you have CW on cable, they're also on there too. So they have their media stuff going on. So it's really a pretty cool atmosphere. This is exactly what you experience if you would go to like a college-style game or anything. So it's pretty cool to experience, especially for the kids, to have this kind of broadcast along with us. So here we are. Gildry gonna line it up once again. Greyhounds leading 21-7. 10:07 left to play in the second quarter. Robstown, after coming out and having a good drive on the first one, haven't been able to put anything together since. So I know they're looking to get some points on the board, especially they will get the first kickoff in the second half. So any kind of points that they can get on their side towards halftime is going to be huge. Deep kick. Robstown trying to make something work with good pursuit by the Greyhound kickoff team once again. So Greyhound defense on back-to-back drives had stops against the Robstown. They've been able to control the difference so far in the last two drives is that they've been able to control the line of scrimmage. So here we go, Greyhound defense looking to keep their momentum alive, back-to-back stops. Inside give to Gutierrez. Good open field tackle right there in the middle. Ozuna. And it looks like Hernandez on that one, able to stuff it inside for a short gain. Silva looking downfield, going to let it go. Double coverage. Greyhound defense there had two. So incomplete pass. So here we go. Robstown facing another long third down. Silva looking downfield. Gonna go ahead and try and keep it. Cuts back up the middle. Big open field hit. Fumble on the play. Able to recover it. Gomez had a couple big hits this so far this season, and that one was another one. So here we are, fourth down coming up for the Robstown. Ball is on their own territory. 17 seconds left on the play clock. Fourth and about 4 coming up for Robstown, and they choose to go for it. It's going to be an inside give. He's mad at the line of scrimmage. Going to try and turn and spin for extra yards, but it's going to be short. So here go Greyhound defense. Their third stop, back to back to back. Once again, steps up big. And the Greyhounds are going to have good field position starting out right away. It's going to bring first and 10 as Acosta. 8:53 left to play. Acosta going to look to try and add more cushion to this lead. And Robstown's going to have to burn another timeout. They had a late one running off the field. So the last thing they wanted to do was give Greyhounds a 5-yard penalty to start out the drive. Instead, they're going to burn their second timeout of the half. 8:53 left to play, 21-7.
Many cheerleaders, small in nature, but in heart, cheerleader. Thank you.
So here we are after Robstown had to burn the timeout, having to run off one late. Here we go, first and 10. Acosta, great, already in Robstown in territory. Gonna fake this sweep, looking downfield. Gonna tuck it down, trying to get outside the number, stretches it, has some room to work with, and does some work with his legs on that one. You saw JJ Acosta on that one, just stretch it as far around the numbers as he could, and it's enough for a first down. So on this drive, you're going to see Suarez in the backfield in the shotgun formation with Acosta. Looking downfield, going to hit the inside receiver. They're going to say he didn't catch it all the way through, so incomplete pass. It looked like he had it initially, but the outside line judge is going to say that it's incomplete pass, so 2nd and 10. That's going to stop the clock with 8:36 left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds on the move. They're going to hand it inside Suarez. Suarez gets the cutback. He's off to the races, and he's in for the score. So he's on the board. So now Suarez gets his own touchdown of the night. His first one tonight, has multiple games with multiple touchdowns. He's dangerous when he gets the ball, and you saw exactly right there why, because of his speed. So we are. Gildery's been perfect tonight, 3 for 3. And that one's going to have enough to get through. So 4-4 tonight. Gildery so far perfect. Again, a special shout out to that kid. His first game, he struggled a little bit on extra points. Didn't make as many, missed a couple. But since then, he's really been able to bounce back. And tonight, he's perfect. So a big shout out to the kids for always working hard. And exactly, it looks like it's paying off tonight so far. So he's 4 for 4, 28-7. 8:29 left to play in the second quarter. So here we are. We're back. Gildery's going to line it up to kick off once again for the 4th time tonight. Going to see him kick off in the first half. Again, a cool little thing about tonight is you're seeing a little bit of more time in between dead balls and after touchdowns and stuff. Is KRIS 6 is here live streaming with CW, so don't feel like it's unusual to see, so much time be taken after touchdowns and stuff. So here we are, Gildery going to set it to line up another kickoff. 8:29. Robstown going to get it at about the 23-yard line. Find some room to work with, but a big open field tackle right there. So nice tackle right there by the Greyhound defender. Going to stop a short return for the Robstown. So here we are. Silva is going to lead the offense back onto the field. Tries a hard count. It's not going anywhere for them. Checking to the sideline now for the play. Gutierrez going to reset. Here we go. Silva looking downfield. Tries a middle pass. In out of his hands of his receiver. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Clock is going to stop at 8:20 in the second quarter. Greyhounds still have all 3 timeouts. Robstown with only 1. Silva looking downfield, feels the pressure, going to check down to Gutierrez. Another big hit in the open field by the Greyhounds. Suarez and Hernandez on that one were the 2. So Greyhounds on defense are flying around. So another big down coming up for the Robstown. Silva trying to get a first down to keep the drive alive. Dropping downfield. Greyhounds bringing the pressure. Silva steps up. Alvarado's waiting for it. And the Robstown offensive player just has to play defense and able to bat it away when it looked like Alvarado was the intended receiver. So here we are, another big stop for the Greyhound defense. So far, so only giving up the first drive of the game for a touchdown. Since then, they haven't given nothing to Robstown to work with. So 7:41 left to play. Suarez and now Rodriguez are going to look to try and make something happen. Gutierrez able to get behind this one now, backtracking. Rodriguez going to have a chance to do something. He has speed if he's able to find the lane, trying to get something to work with. Cuts it back inside. And there's going to be a late hit on the outside. So here we are after another big stop by the Greyhound defense. Offense looking to keep their momentum up at the same as well. Acosta going to lead them out with 7:28 left to play in the second quarter, holding a 28-7 lead. So far, the last three drives for the Greyhounds have been touchdowns. Robstown hasn't been able to stop them since the first drive. A little bit of a miscommunication right there, and the Greyhounds are going to take no chances and go ahead and burn their first timeout of the game. 7:28 left to play. Greyhounds going to talk about it. They're looking to keep the momentum alive. So here we are, Greyhounds once again in this game. They've shown the offensive power that they have through the first three games in the first half. And right now they're just trying to add to it and keep that same momentum. So we're back from the timeout. First and 10, ball sitting at the Greyhound 42-yard line. Robstown brings pressure up the middle. Gosa able to get away from one, spins back towards the inside, and able to fall forward for 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up for the Greyhounds after the 5-yard run on first down. That time you saw the Robstown try to bring the inside pressure. Right now they're trying to get any kind of way to stop this Greyhound offense that's been successful in the last 3 drives. Inside give to Suarez, trying to put his head down. Going to be able to push forward for a first down. So the Greyhounds utilizing the skill set of Suarez. You've seen in the first 2 games he ran a lot of outside slot receivers, motion sweeps, and now he's simply just seeing him in the backfield. And Greyhounds are just turning around and handing it off to him in the inside. So 1st and 10 after the first down by Suarez. Greyhounds on the move, 6:20 to left to play in the second quarter. Costa going to put his head down, trying to go through the middle. Good tackle right there by the Robstown's. Only going to give up a few, so now it's looking at 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain on first down. We are 2nd and 8 for the Greyhounds. Suarez in motion towards the outside. Costa trying to find a lane to work with. Gonna pick up 4 on that one. So it looks like it's gonna bring up 3rd and 4 coming up for the Greyhounds. So the first one you saw Suarez roll out, motion out to the left side. This time you see him do it on the right side, and Acosta back-to-back plays, runs up the middle to opposite sides. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Greyhounds. Clock still ticking, under 5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds just taking their time, controlling this game so far. Inside handoff to Suarez. Suarez able to get away from one. Puts his head down, finally knocked out of bounds. It's going to stop the clock as he runs out of bounds. 4:47 left to play in the second quarter. 15-yard gain is going to move the chains deeper into Robstown territory, as now as the ball sitting at the Robstown 23-yard line. The hard count's going to work in the inside. Costa is going to let it go over the top. Rodriguez tries to adjust to it, unable to, but it is going to be a free 5 yards. It's going to bring up a replay of first down. Going to bring up 1st and 5 with now the ball sitting. Ball's going to be sitting inside of the red zone now. So the Greyhounds have been making themselves really familiar tonight with this red zone. They're just taking their time, controlling the tempo. Been snapping the ball at about 9 to 7 seconds. This one no different. Costa going to hand it off to Suarez up the middle. Suarez cuts back up, and he's in for the touchdown. Anytime that kid touches a ball, he's trying to score, and he's in for the second time tonight. 34-7, 4:34 left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds add to their lead. Gildry's going to line up and try to keep his perfect streak alive. He's 4 for 4 right now. So here we are. Greyhounds able to score on that drive once again. Suarez, no stranger to the end zone this season. Last season, all of last season, he had 10 touchdowns. This season already, he's already in the 4th game, over 10 touchdowns for the season. So he's been his touchdown scoring machine tonight, already on the board with 2. 4:34, the clock's going to stop. Left to play in the second quarter. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Sons Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to all our sponsors as you're able to bring you the 4th game of the season. So far, the Greyhounds have all the momentum in the game. 35 points in the first half, 4:34 left to play. They play their card right. They're able to get Robstown to get a quick drive. They're going to get a chance once again, and I know that's exactly what the coaches are hoping for. Greyhounds have blown a couple of second half leads, so I know exactly what they're trying to do is keep the foot on the gas and keep this momentum going all the way through the game.
Kicking off with a Taft Greyhound, David Goodry. Back for the Robstown Conflict, number 10, Joe Luna. Number 2, Kim Sanchez. And 1, David Trezino.
So Gildery's going to line it up for the 5th time tonight. Another nice kick by Gildery. Here you go, Robstown trying to find some room to work with. Good open field tackle right there. Number 2, Jasper on the stop right there. A freshman making plays on the kickoff right there for the Greyhounds. Good open field tackle. It's going to stop the return. So now 4:30 left to play in the second quarter. Robstown trying to put it together a touchdown drive for the first time since their first drive of the night. Yo Silva hands it up inside to Gutierrez. Gutierrez puts his head forward, rumbling forward, still pushing a pack of Greyhounds. Finally brought down after a first down, so a hard run by Gutierrez up the middle. Keeps the drive going with a new set of downs. 4:18 left to play. Robstown only has one timeout left. Now they're going to fake the inside handoff. Good jump read right there by the outside corner, Jay Martinez. He jumped that route, almost took it in for 6 if he just timed it just a little bit early. So a good defensive play. Second down after the incomplete pass. Clock stops at 4:10. Gutierrez going to hand it up the middle, and Perez going to wrap his hands around him quickly. He's still able to fall forward for about 3, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Robstown looking to speed up the tempo. Inside handoff once again to Gutierrez. Big hit right there by Suarez and Gildry. The injury timeout's going to stop the play. Time of play at 3:40. After we come back from the injury, it's going to be 4th and 2 coming up for the Robstown. It's a good sign right there. Gutierrez has been a workhorse for Robstown, so it's good to see him be able to walk it off to the sideline. Hope he's able to return to the game. It's been a big key factor tonight for Robstown. So now we're going to see Lankman come in for Robstown. He's already had 1 carry tonight. Robstown trying to work the hard count. Greyhounds haven't given them any luck on that one. And Robstown's going to burn their last timeout of the half. 3:31 left to play. 35-7 after we come back from the timeout.
Back to receive the punt is number 21. Joshua Squatters are number 11. Enrique Rodriguez.
So it looked like the Robstown was trying to draw the Greyhounds off sides on that one. A high snap. Robstown going to try and get it away. Tries to let it go. Good open field pursuit right there by Gomez. Robstown had to find something to work with after the high snap. Try to get something to happen right there, but Gomez in open field able to bring down. So now here we are, 3:23 left to play, and exactly how the Greyhounds wanted it to happen. They're going to get another chance to add another touchdown before half. Right now holding the 35-7 lead, 3:23 left to play. They still have 2 timeouts. So far tonight, you've seen Acosta get on the board. Suarez has 2. Rivera has 2. This time, going to hand it off to Suarez. Suarez trying to get around the outside. Still fighting forward. Finally steps out of bounds. Going to stop the clock at 3:16. Going to pick up about 6 on that one. So he's going to bring up 2nd and 4 coming up for the Greyhounds. So tonight you've seen the Greyhound adjustment on offense. Suarez in the backfield, just playing pretty much halfback back there, handing the ball, reading it inside and outside of the tackles. Costa going to keep it himself around the right side, cuts it back up inside. He's going to be able to move the chains for another first down. So looks like only the yardstick is going to stay up, and that means the Greyhounds are in goal line territory. No more first downs. It's got to be a field goal or a touchdown. So far, the Greyhounds have been perfect when they're in this area. Greyhounds wasting no time, taking their time, controlling the last portion of the second half. Clock ticking just under 2:40 left to play. Gonna let the play clock come down to about 5 seconds. And this time, Acosta going to keep it himself. Cuts back up towards the middle. Still fighting forward. Stretching it forward. And looks like they're going to say his knee was down before he stretched over the goal line. So it's going to be right literally at the half-yard line. And you're going to see the Greyhounds most likely bring that full house set. Here comes the muscle for the Greyhounds. They're going to beef it up in the backfield now. And they're just going to turn around and most likely hand it down the throat and try to punch it in. Clock ticking just under 150 left to play in the second quarter. And see, nothing's fancy right there. Greyhounds just turn around and hand it off to Suarez. Suarez gets behind those blockers, and the rest is history. And it's another touchdown. So Suarez again on the board for his third one tonight, 41-7. 142 left to play. Gildery trying his 6 extra points. So far, good, perfect. And this one's right down the middle again. So 6 for 6. Give it up for Gildery. He's perfect in the first half. Those extra points really, really are crucial, especially going into district where you know games are going to get tighter and everything. It's good to see him be able to put it together and be perfect tonight. 6 for 6, and the Greyhounds are holding the lead. 142 left to play, 42-7. Time winding down in the second quarter. So Robstown's going to get one more possession. Coming out of the gate, I'm pretty sure you're going to see Robstown. You're going to see them most likely try to look like they're going to start out trying to take it into halftime. Maybe try to catch the Greyhounds napping on a little surprise play here or there with a play action. Other than that, they might just try to take it in, regroup themselves, and come out for a better second half.
Number 13, Joaquin Gonzalez. And number 2, Tim Sanchez for Robstown.
So here we go, Gildery lining it up for the 6th time tonight. Deep kick, high kick, takes a little bit of time to get down there. Robstown looked like it had a little lane to work with. It slips up on the outside. So now here comes the Robstown offense. It's going to take over about the 33-yard line. 136 left to play. They do have no more timeouts. So the only way they're going to be able to stop the clock is first downs. The clock is going to have to wait until the chains get set. So other than that, Robstown can't stop the clock besides an incomplete, out of bounds, or a first down. So expect a hurry up offense right off the bat. They're going to hand it up inside to Gutierrez. Gutierrez able to fight off one, still rumbling forward, still on his feet, finally brought down. So the clock's going to stop at 126 as the chains get set. So here we are. You saw right off the bat, Robstown trying to find exactly what they're going to try to make up this drive. This time they're going to hand it up against Gutierrez up the middle. Finding some room to work with, puts his head down, but big hit, jars the ball loose, and he wasn't down. So a big hit by the Greyhound defense is able to come up with their first turnover of the night. They're no stranger to turnovers and forcing them. And tonight they add their first one, and it comes in a big hit. It looked like Gutierrez broke away and was able to pick up another first down, but the Greyhound defense able to put a good hit on the ball, jars it loose. So Greyhounds are going to take over again. 110 left to play. It's going to be interesting to see right here if the Greyhounds are going to go ahead and try to make something work. Acosta has a skill set in order to get this Greyhound offense down the field in 1 minute. So you're going to see exactly what the Greyhounds are going to do right here. Again, 1 minute and 10 seconds, 2 timeouts left to end the second half. Plenty of time. Suarez just going to put his head down. And this time, it looks like the Greyhound offense is going to turn it over. Suarez with a fumble on the left side. So Robstown has a little bit of life before the second half, just when it looked like everything was rolling against them. Able to catch a break right before halftime. 103 left to play. They do have no timeouts, but they are in good starting field position. Again, the good thing about in high school football is every first down, the clock is going to not start until the chains are set. So if Robstown can pick up a couple first down, 1 minute is a lot of time left to play. It's like the Greyhound defense didn't like what they saw, and this is exactly what they're trying to avoid. You've seen the Greyhound defense kind of slip up sometimes going into the second half or early in the second half. So Greyhound defense not going to take any chances. Going to burn their second time out of the half. Going to have one more left to play. So here we are coming out of the timeout. Robstown able to catch a break right before halftime, get good starting field position after the Greyhounds turn it over on a fumble. 102 left to play as Silva brings out the offense. Tries a hard count. Going to drop back, looking to the right side. Has the receiver open on the short route. Able to break away from one. Cuts back up into the middle. And just like that, Robstown able to get some momentum before the second half. 52 seconds left to play. Greyhounds give up their second touchdown of the night. The short field position after the Greyhound turnover pays off for them. And right before halftime with 52 seconds left to play, Robstown back on the board. So Silva going for two, fakes the outside give. Gomez has had some big open field tackles, and that time stops a 2-point conversion as Silva tries to get outside. So 52 seconds left to play. So here we are. We're back after injury. Best wishes for Gildry. Again, he's had a perfect night on the extra points and a big game on defense. Wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully he's able to return.
Kicking off for Robstown, number 24, Casey Soto. Back for the Greyhounds, number 21, Joshua Suarez. With assistant by Enrique Rodriguez, number 11, and number 12, Zach Martinez.
So Robstown, deep kicks. Suarez is going to get a chance to return it. Trying to make up for his fumble, trying to find some room to work with, finds a lane, cuts it back upfield, still on his feet. Nice return. He's going to bring up 1st and 10. Greyhound starting out with good field position just outside of Robstown territory. 44 seconds left to play, one timeout. Getting a feeling the Greyhounds might try to take a couple shots within these first couple of possessions. Within these first 2 downs, they're going to more or less see what they're going to be able to do within these last couple of seconds. Looks like they're just going to play it safe. And it's just going to be a kneel down. So the Greyhounds won't have to snap it again. They're going to say he has to snap it one more time. So the Greyhounds are just going to take it into halftime, 42-13 lead. So that's going to be the end of this half, 42-13. Coming into the second half, the biggest thing is going to be, can the Greyhounds keep up that second half momentum from the first half? Robstown able to get the turnover late in the second half and put up a touchdown right before halftime. So it's going to plenty of ball game left to play. We've seen that in these first 3 games. So it's going to be interesting this second half. We're going to let y'all see the live performances from both bands, and we'll be back after halftime. Again, 42-13 when we come back.
contest. Good evening. Tonight, the Robstown Early College High School Cotton Picker Band will present their UWOW show entitled Lost Beyond the River's Edge. We hope you enjoy it. All right.
Ay de mí, llorona, 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 llévame a la ría. Ay de mí, llorona, 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 llévame a la ría. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona. Ay, llorona.
Cause I'm the one says left, right, left with a spin. Where's my section crown? Cause I win. I'm so fab, I'm going with the wind. You're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Girl, did that girl just say girl? Girl, I don't dance, I work. I don't play, I strut in this session. I don't work for free. That's not the tea, hunty. So make it rain on me, and I'ma let you see. My nails, hair, hips, heels, nails, hair, hips, heels, nails, hair, hips, heels, nails, hair, hips, heels. Okay, dolls, y'all know what time it is. Come on, everybody on the floor, everybody on the floor. Now I want you to stretch out those arms, stretch out those legs, stretch out that wrist, stretch out that weave. I don't want to see you dance, I want to see you work. Come on, drop for me, 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 drop for me. Shablam for me, shablam for me, shablam, shablam for me, shablam for me, shablam, shablam for me, shablam for me, shablam, shablam for me, shablam for me, shablam. That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the band with pride, your 2022-2023 Greyhound Marching Band. The Greyhound Marching Band has won multiple sweepstakes awards and has been a consistent area qualifier over the last few years. The Taft High School Band has been a two-time UIL State Marching Band qualifier in 2000 and 2009. Tonight they are performing their UIL show entitled Imagine a Mad World, arranged by Luke McMillan, featuring the music of John Lennon and Gary Jules. Color guard captain is Frankie Torres. Co-captain is Stacy Guzman. Band member of the week is Lila Vada. Section of the week are the drum majors. The band is under the direction of drum majors Larissa Saldivar and Araceli Aguirre. Now presenting their show, Imagine a Mad World, your band with pride, your Taft Greyhound Marching Band. Taft High School Band is under the direction of Mr. Joseph Guzman, Assistant Band Directors Robert Valdez and Alicia Lozano. The Greyhound Band would like to thank Superintendent of Schools Dr. Irene Garza and the Taft Board of Trustees. We'd also like to thank our principals, Mr. Tom Harris, Mr. Vernon Bergmos, Mrs. Christina Costa, and Mr. Joshua Garcia. Finally, we'd like to thank the band boosters and the parents that help make their efforts possible. Thank you for all your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. At this time, we would like to recognize some spotlight students. First, from Petty Elementary, we have several students that have demonstrated outstanding math performance the first 3 weeks of school by completing 35% or more of their modules in SD Math. SD Math provides visual and conceptual instruction with embedded assessments to improve the student performance in math. In kinder, we have Joel Flores, Ava Rios, Raylan Vasquez, and Aiden Dawkins. In fourth grade, DeAndre Jones, Jordan Leal, and John Martinez. And in fifth grade, Isaiah Villarreal, Haley Cruz, Josiah Castillo, and Ezra Fuentes. The high school would like to recognize a group of students for their academic excellence in science. They've shown strong dedication and are at the top of their class for their academic scores. The students selected by their teachers for their commitment to always being the very best. Students selected are 10th grade, Moises Molina in biology. 10th grade, Kara Serva in chemistry. 10th grade, Yesenia Fuentes Jimenez in chemistry. 11th grade, Jacob West in aquatic science. 11th grade, Shelby Freeby in physics. And 12th grade, Trayvon Lopez in biology. Please join me in giving all of these kids a big round of applause for making Greyhound Nation proud.
Unofficial tabulation of tackle team 6 by Efren Suna, 6 by Alfredo Gomez, and 5 by Isaiah Perez. For Robstown, 7 by Casey Soto, 5 by Abel de la Rosa, 3 each by Randy Velasquez and Ricardo Vasquez, 3 by Lincoln Lara, respectively. Gidry taking off for Taft. Back for the conflict.
So here we are. Gildery getting set to kick for the first time in the second half. Robstown trying to find some room to work with, patiently waiting for a lane. Gets a little bit of room to work around the right side. And a good return right off the back. So you saw Robstown go into halftime being able to score with right before halftime. So right off the back on the kickoff return, they're able to get the momentum going with a good kickoff return. Going to be just short of midfield at 48. Silva's going to lead out the offense for the first time in the second half. Again, they were able to score right before halftime, get some momentum. That's exactly what they're going to try and keep alive as this first drive. So Gutierrez up the middle, puts his head down, just leans forward. And you can see once he gets a good head of steam, he's hard to bring down just because he has so much leverage. He's going to get good positive yards as long as he's got steam behind him. So here we are, second and short. Gutierrez again up the middle. Greyhounds bring him down for a short game, but he didn't need much to get the first down. And that's exactly what he got enough for. So the chains are moving. Another first down for the Cotton Pickers. On the move, the first drive of the second half. Silva once again hands up to Gutierrez. Gutierrez fighting hard around the left side. So far you've seen Robstown coming out with nothing fancy, using their workhorse. Gutierrez has been busy all night. It's been the one positive thing for them. A flag is thrown right before the snap. They're going to call false start against Robstown, so the momentum is going to be stopped for just a second. After back-to-back big runs by Gutierrez, he's going to back this one up instead of second and short. It's now going to fake the outside give. Good recognition on the outside defender. Alvarado able to recognize this long, short pass to the left side. Able to break on it and actually get a loss on the play. So now it's 3rd and 11. So here you go, Silva looking downfield, pumps it, gonna let it go over the top. Greyhounds have help, and they're able to break on that ball. So when the downs are manageable, it makes the Robstown offense be able to be easier to work with as they're just turning around and handing it off to the workhorse Gutierrez. But that time, the false start on second down, gonna stall out this drive. And after this short pass ended up for a loss on second down, now they're facing a 4th and long after that last incompletion on the last play. Suarez is deep back for the Hounds. Deep kick. It's going to be a little bit too strong on that one and take a Greyhound bounce for a touchback. So Greyhounds are going to take over from their own 20-yard line. So Robstown started out with some momentum on that drive, and it quickly stalled out after the false start on second down. (42-13), 10-10 left to play in the third quarter. The Greyhounds going to take over for the first time in the second half. Acosta, besides that last fumble right before halftime, this offense had been clicking on all cylinders and controlling the pace and the tempo of the game. So they're going to look to clean it up right here for the first time in the second half. Of course, they're going to take the shotgun snap. Going to stretch it out to the far left side. Has some room to work with. Now it's all about speed. Good downfield block by Suarez. Has Acosta all alone in the end zone for a second long touchdown with his feet tonight. And just like that, the Greyhounds waste no time, and they get back on the board. 9:56 left to play. One play, a one-play drive right there by Acosta. Kept it around the left side himself and picks an awesome downfield block by Suarez, and that pretty much freed him up, and nobody was touching Acosta after that. So 48-13, Guidry trying to stay perfect. And there he is. 7 for 7, 49-13 left to play. Greyhound offense comes out after a great stop by the defense. So the Greyhounds, I know this is one of the things that they've heard for the past 2 weeks, is that they slow down a little bit in the second half. So right there, the game plan for tonight is to keep it going for all fourth quarters and make sure they give no hope on the other side. And right now, they've done a great job after being able to stop the Robstown on their first drive, and then come out on a one-play drive with Acosta busting an 80-yard run for his second touchdown of the night. So now Acosta, the third person on the Greyhound offense to have 2 touchdowns. So here we are, Guidry. After the Greyhounds come down on a one-play drive with an 80-yard touchdown run by Acosta, Greyhound defense is going to look to come out and keep the momentum going with another stop. Here comes Robstown trying to find lane to work with. Tripped up is between 2 players. It's going to bring him down quickly. So here we are, 1st and 10, 9:50 left to play. Robstown trying to come out on their first drive of the second half. You saw them find a little bit of a rhythm, but that rhythm was hard to keep up with whenever turning around and handing it off to the workhorse became long downs. It's not as easy to be able to work that kind of offense. So right here, they're going to try and establish the line of scrimmage from the jump. Exactly, Gutierrez going to try and put his head down forward, fighting for hard yards. Going to pick up maybe 3. And 2nd and 7 coming up after the 3-yard gain on first down. Once again, going to hand it off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez just putting his head down, fighting for hard yards. And he's able to pick up a first down. So right now, when you've seen the Robstown offense being able to work as long as they stay in positive territory, and there it is, a penalty is going to kill the momentum that Gutierrez was setting. Outside receiver wasn't set. It's going to be a legal motion against the Robstown. So it looks like instead it was against the Greyhounds, an illegal substitution. So here we are. It's exactly where Robstown wants to be. Short yardage situation. You're going to most likely see Gutierrez. Short pass to the left side on 1st and 5. Incomplete. Clock stops at 8:55, third quarter. Robstown already has 1 first down on this drive. There it is. Gutierrez trying to get a head full of steam. And he's a big back. And Gutierrez, a big back. Once he gets a full head of steam, he's able to get plenty of positive yards. And that time, another first down. Slow to get up. So you're going to see number 7, Lankman, try to put his head down. Met by the Greyhound defensive line. So they're going to give him 2 on that one. So 2nd and 8. Gutierrez dropping back, feeling the pressure. And another big play on defense by Isaiah Perez. Isaiah Perez has been an animal on the defensive line tonight. He's been wreaking havoc from multiple places. So you like to see it. Isaiah able to walk off on his own power. So far, a big, big game from him tonight. You've seen him being able to just cause a whole bunch of penetration from all angles on the defensive line. Been big for them. So it looks like he's going to be all right. So here we are. We're back now. 8:06 left to play. Robstown facing a big 3rd down. Try the hard count. Looks like the Greyhounds didn't jump. So Silva looking down the middle, finds a receiver. Able to pick up the first down. Pitches it to the side. A nice play right there. Trying to get a little bit creative towards the end of the run. But a nice midfield crossing route right there. Silva able to hook up with his receiver and keep the drive alive and move the sticks on 3rd and long. So here you are quickly to the line. Lakeman tries to get something going, but that Greyhound defensive line's right there to meet him. So here we are, 2nd and 10 after no gain on first down. Silva dropping back. Greyhounds bringing the pressure. Receiver able to come back for it. It's going to be still short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short with about 2 yards to go. Inside handoff to Lakeman. Greyhounds able to get penetration. Going to get a loss of 1 on that one. So they move back 1. It's now going to be 4th and 3. So Robstown had a little bit of momentum going on this drive. They're going to look to keep it alive on a big 4th and 3. 6:35 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Gutierrez back in the ball game. So the Greyhounds are going to go ahead and talk it out before a big 4th and 3 coming up for Robstown. Greyhounds not trying to give any extra momentum to a defender that they don't need. So here we are. We're back from timeout. 4th and 3 coming up for Robstown. They're going to bring in a heavy set, some extra blockers in the backfield. Going to turn around and hand it off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez rumbling forward and has more than enough for the first down. So just when it looked like the drive was stalling out, Silva and Gutierrez able to keep it alive. Gutierrez trying to find some room to work with. Good tackle right there by Suarez, able to meet Gutierrez at the line of scrimmage, actually get a yard loss on that play. Going to bring up 3rd and goal with the ball sitting just outside the 7-yard line. Gutierrez tries to get outside the tackles, and he's able to rumble in for 6. So a hard drive that featured plenty of Gutierrez handoffs pays off for the Robstown Cotton Pickers as they're able to get on the board for the 3rd time tonight. 49-19, 5:52 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Robstown able to put together a drive, and they're going to stay on the field with their first offense and go for 2. Once again, another handoff, nothing simple. Gutierrez walks into the end zone for 2. So again, we like to take our sponsors for tonight: Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Ram and Sons Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, thank y'all to all our sponsors to be able to bring y'all this broadcast for the 4th game of the Greyhounds this season. It's nice to see in the comments whenever you see people from far away being able to get reached by our streams and everything, family and friends, former alumni. So thank you again for tuning in every week and all the events they try to be at. So here we are. It's going to be 49-21 as Gildry's going to line it up.
11, Enrique Rodriguez, and number 12, Zach
I didn't even
Martinez.
ask, but it's supposed to be like a teacher this week. I don't know who
Number
it is.
24, Casey Soto.
49-21, Greyhounds set to get a kick return. Suarez, the deep man. Big kick. Rodriguez is going to get a chance to return it. Has some room to work with. Met quickly and brought down by 2 Robstown defenders. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10. Greyhound offense coming out on the field once again. 49-21, 5:44 left to play. Again, in this new generation of football, scores they're not hard to come by. That's plenty of time. So the Greyhound offense is going to look to keep the gas on the pedal and get back on the board, or at least control some more clock and finish with a touchdown is exactly what they're going to be looking to do on this one. A fumble on that one. So again, Robstown just able to make a lengthy drive on the last one, and now their Greyhound defense is going to have to come out here. But it's interesting, though, that was a jet sweep that went forward. It was a jet sweep. It's interesting to see. They'll calculate that as a reception for 80 yards usually because it's considered a reception at most times. But it looks like Asianos ain't going to win his case, which he has a very good one. It was a forward pass, which it looked like. In this new style, the jet sweep, anything thrown forward is considered a reception. That's why you see a lot of high numbers now. So here we are. Robstown going to try to get this momentum from this turnover they were able to force. Right there, hard running right out of the gate. Soto is going to get his first carry of the night for the Robstown. He's going to pick up positive yards on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Low snap. Big hit in the backfield. Number 3, Cantu, able to cause penetration. Up ends the running back, Soto. It's going to be no gain. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Robstown. Here we are. Soto puts his head down, fighting forward. Gets some help from his offensive lineman, and he's able to keep the drive alive. So it's exactly what you don't want to see from the Greyhounds, is have to be getting these long, sustaining drives. And the Greyhound. So the Greyhounds are going to burn their second time out of the half. Again, this is exactly what the Greyhounds don't want to see. Robstown is starting to be able to get their running game going. And again, this is small town football, so you've seen a lot of these kids have to go both sides of the football. So long drives like this where Robstown's able to turn around and just hand it to the backs and just pound down the throat is not only bad on your defense, but it's also the same players that are going to turn around and most likely be on your offense. So right now it's big for the Greyhounds to buckle down and try to stop this drive. Right now for the Robstown Con Pickers, they're looking to keep this momentum alive, play penalty-free football, and right now it's going exactly the way they want. Look to them. It wouldn't be surprising to see maybe a play action come up soon. Done a heavy dose of run, trying to get this defense off balanced. And there it is right off the back. A long outside route. It's a short route to the left side. It's just so far. The ball takes a little while to get there. Greyhounds are able to break on that one, but it still gets them 4 yards. So now 2nd and 6 coming up for the Robstown. Greyhounds bringing the pressure. Silva steps up, going to keep it himself. Able to lean forward. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. 4:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Still plenty of time. Robstown trying to end this drive on a touchdown after the fumble recovery. Inside handoff to Soto. It's going to just dive forward. Going to be very close to a first down. They're going to mark him up short. So 4th and very short right here coming up for Robstown. Inside handoff. Soto leans forward and gets more than enough. Still on his feet. Fighting forward, but he loses the ball at the end of the run. And the Greyhound defense is able to jump on it. So the Greyhound defense doesn't give up after it looked like Soto had a big run on that one. Greyhound defense was active with their hands and able to punch that one out. Soto going to fumble, and that's going to kill the drive and the momentum for Robstown. So now Greyhound offense looking to clean it up from their last drive. Inside pressure, Rivera able to get around the left side. Picks up maybe about 1 on that one. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Greyhounds. Clock just running under 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Greyhounds holding a 49-21 lead. Costa works the hard count. There is no flag. Still looking downfield. Has Suarez in the middle of the end. And it's another first down. There he is, Suarez, now working from the receiver position. Able to connect with Acosta for the mid-post route. And for a big pass on first down. Going to keep another first down with the drive going. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Greyhounds trying to set the tempo, control their rhythm, let this clock milk as much as they can and end it with a score. Costa keeping it around the left side, finds some room to work with, puts his head down, still fighting forward, finally brought down out of bounds, but it's not till after a first down. Acosta been busy on his legs tonight. He's well over rushing for 100 yards. He already has 2 big runs on that one, able to get another big first down. Clock did stop because he went out of bounds, so 2:31 left to play in the third quarter. Greyhounds looking to capitalize on this drive with the score after being able to recover the fumble on the other end of the field. Right now driving in Robstown territory. Inside handoff to Rivera. Met at the line, able to keep pumping forward, still pushing. Looks like they're going to give a forward progress of about a yard. Good thing, though, is the clock is still running, so that's exactly what the Greyhounds want to see. Right now, they're looking to put together a drive that's going to take them into the fourth quarter. Most likely going to try and eat up all of this third quarter with this drive. Play clock does start at 40 seconds, so they got plenty of time to milk off. Fakes the jet sweep. Robstown falls for it. And Acosta does the right thing, follows his blockers right there, and just is able to stay in bounds. So the clock's going to tick just under 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1st and 10. Greyhounds now in the red zone with the ball now sitting at the 18-yard line. Greyhounds just taking their time. If everything works out to perfection in the Greyhounds' favors, they're looking to milk off at least 2 minutes into the fourth quarter also. Have every possibility unless they're able to pop a big play. Right there, Rivera just puts his head forward, able to get 2 or 3 yards. But 2 or 3 yards deep in this game is just enough because it's going to keep the clock rolling. Now we're just under 1 minute. Greyhounds have to maybe snap it one more time. This time they're able to get the jet sweep off. Suarez trying to find room around the left side. Splits 2, finally brought down. And it's going to be inside of the goal, 1st and goal area with the ball officially sitting at the 5-yard line. Greyhounds are not going to run another play, so it's working out to exactly how they want. They'll be 1st and goal as they come into the fourth quarter. With the ball is going to be sitting at the 6-yard line. So the Greyhounds going to come into this fourth quarter, try to use as many of those 4 downs as possible and milk off this clock. So Greyhounds putting together the drive that they want right now. When we come back into the fourth quarter, the Greyhounds are going to be 1st and goal with the ball sitting at the 6-yard line. So Acosta on the board for the third time tonight. So now the Greyhounds have two players with 3 touchdowns apiece. And the offense has been busy tonight, 55-21, 11:55 play the fourth quarter. The Greyhounds able to eat up about 5 minutes on that last drive and finish with the score. That's exactly what they've been looking to do. And Guillory's going to stay perfect. So Guillory perfect tonight on his extra points, 56-21, 11:55 played in the fourth quarter. So again, the Greyhound offense, they've been hearing the flack. They understood their assignment. They understand these last 2 games exactly where they were lacking. And tonight was one of the big points that the Greyhound offense wanted to prove, that they had firepower for all 4 quarters, and that's exactly what they've been so far. So 56 points through now 4 quarters, was pretty much 3 quarters because there's only 1 play in the fourth quarter. So Greyhound offense been explosive tonight. Greyhound defense has given up 3 touchdowns, but if you consider one of those touchdowns, they actually were facing an uphill battle as they was recovered on their own 15-yard line. So other than that, this Greyhound defense has came tonight. They struggled to find their identity sort of in through the first 3 games, but it looks like tonight they've been able to get it together. And that defensive line led by Isaiah Perez has been busy tonight, and he's been controlling the line of scrimmage. So it's good to see the Greyhounds be able to find that defensive leader up front, the front 4. They did lose a lot of experience, so it's not surprising to see them take 4 games to try to adjust to each other. They lost some big leaders up front with Gomez and Banda both graduating. So now that Greyhound defensive line is pretty much almost all 4 new starters. So a good showing so far tonight for them. So 56-21, Guillory is going to line it up and try to send it deep. And it's going to take a Robstown bounce, and the Robstown is going to take over after the penalty with pretty good starting field position. So at this point, the game's starting to wind down. Got 11:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. So it looks like Robstown's going to choose to add 5 yards and re-kick it. So the Greyhounds are going to back up now to the 35. The kick's going to be kicked off from the 35. So now that's going to give Robstown an advantage on this kick as they're backed up 5 yards. 5 yards in the kickoff. It makes a pretty good factor, as now the return man is going to be up at about the 20-yard line. So on average, Guillory's been averaging about hitting about that area on a regular. So now add 5 yards, and Robstown's looking to get it in pretty good starting field position. So Guillory facing the 5-yard penalty, going to kick it deep. Gets a good leg on that one. Robstown able to make one miss. Still fighting forward. And that's exactly what they wanted off of that penalty. And they gave them a good return and a good starting field position. So 11:46 to play in the fourth quarter. Robstown going to bring their offense out. You've seen them be able to have a fast, high-tempo offense. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to keep turning around and handing it off to Gutierrez as time winds down, or if they're going to try and get something quick. So Silva's going to lead the offense out, shotgun formation, going to hand it off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez just trying to patiently work forward. Again, this is a big kid, so just him just keeping his head full of steam, he's going to get positive yards every time he touches the ball. So 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard gain on first down for Gutierrez. Comes a play action. Tries an outside pass. Receiver unable to hang on to it. Initially had the catch. Unable to hang on to that one. So the incompletion is going to stop the clock at 11:22 in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Picardin. Big hit in the middle. Gutierrez really having to work hard for every yard that he's had. And the kid still keeps getting up, so a major toughness on his part. But the Robstown facing 4th and 1. And they're going to bring up, looks like they're going to bring in their heavier set. Going to beef up with 2 extra blockers in the backfield. Gutierrez trying to find a lane to work for. And he's able to just lean forward and get 4 yards. Again, this kid just having a head full of steam is going to get him at least 3 to 4 yards every time he carries it. So here we are. Gutierrez, Silvia drops back. A nice pass to the outside, just in and out of the hands of the receiver, though. So good route. Had him wide open on that one, just unable to hang on to it. Clock stops at 10:34. Inside handoff to Gutierrez. Cuts it back up behind the guard. Rumbles forward for another first down. This kid has been the workhorse of this offense tonight. A Greyhound slow to get up is going to stop time at 10:29, 56:21. So here we are after the injury timeout. Well wishes to Jay Martinez as he's slow to get up, but able to walk off on his own power. So now Soto in the game for Robstown. Silva dropping back, has time in the middle, forces it. Gomez almost able to come up with the interception on that one. Clock's going to stop with 10:16 after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Robstown. Inside handoff to Soto. Met at the line of scrimmage by Cantu. Only going to pick up 3. Nice tackle right there by Cantu. Only gives up 3 on that one. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Robstown. Looking downfield, Silva feels the pressure, throws it in the middle of the field. And there was 2 Greyhound defenders in coverage on that one. Now you're seeing JJ Acosta do some work on the defensive side of the ball. That time, Zach Martinez running speed for speed with him in coverage, and Acosta had the over-the-top help. So now it's going to bring up 4th and 7 for Silva, as he's going to have to try and keep this drive alive. 9:52 left to play. Robstown facing an uphill battle. Gonna fake the inside give. Silva under pressure. Gonna bootleg it back to the other side. Intercepted by Alvarado. Alvarado has one to beat. Has a blocker out in front of him. Ozuna able to get the block for Alvarado, and Alvarado's gonna take it in for 6. So the third turnover of tonight's game for the Greyhounds results in 6 points. A pick 6 as the Greyhounds back on the board with 9:33 left to play in the 4th quarter. The defense has been huge for the Greyhounds. Alvarado has been playing great outside coverage all night. He's had a couple of times where he just broke a little bit too late and was able to deflect it or get short gains on that one. He's able to read it just in time, and he took it to the house for 6. And Gildry, perfect tonight. So Greyhounds tonight, offense and defense both putting up points, 63-21 after Alvarado takes the pick 6 to the house for the Greyhound defense. So again, a great showing tonight by the Greyhounds. The past 2 weeks have been very, very, very tough games on them, and they just hadn't been able to close it out. But they knew they had the talent. They knew they had the skill. It was just about putting 4 quarters of football together. And tonight, that's exactly what you've seen them be able to do. So this is a big, big game. It's not as far as it counts towards the record, because it is a non-district game. But next week, they are opening district against the district. Dave Campbell's has Odom as a district title favorite. So right now, getting this momentum, finding their identity on both offense and defense was huge to the Greyhounds, and they've been able to do it, and they've been busy on the scoreboard, 63-21. So here we are, Gildry, been very busy tonight on kickoffs. The Greyhounds have been able to light up the scoreboard tonight, 63 points. Gildry gets another deep one. Here comes Robstown trying to find some room to work with. Able to shake away from one, has a little bit of room around the outside. Brought down, good return for Robstown. Is going to give him a good starting field position. 63-21. Here we are. Gutierrez finds a lane to work with in the middle. Off to the races. Brought down finally. But it's not till after a 40-yard gain on that one. Gutierrez well over 100 yards in the game. That time, Robstown goes back to the play action, tries the outside route. Once again, great outside coverage by the Greyhound defense. That time, Martinez and Uvalde able to break on that one, and an incomplete is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Gutierrez, broken up in the backfield. Orlando Alvarado on that one, a new addition to the Greyhound defense, able to get busy tonight. And that one, Uvalde had his beat on that one. He was there step for step for that on that interception. You saw his hips turn. He was there. He was step for step with that ball. It looked like he was the receiver on that one. Great coverage by Uvalde. And there it is. Once again, Greyhound defense able to force another turnover. 63-21, 8:40 left to play. You're going to start seeing some guys get some extra rotation in there. So as it So it's like the Greyhounds were just trying to get some substitutions in there and rotations as they got a pretty sizable lead, 63-21. Again, a quick shout out to our sponsors once again tonight. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment. Have everything you need for your next party. Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. A special thanks to all these sponsors and especially those local small town businesses. It's important for us to give them the same support that they give our local athletes. So any of one of those small town businesses in our nonprofit youth organization, give them a look up. Make sure you give them a shout out and tell them the Greyhound Network sent you. So as we come into the fourth quarter, 8:40 left to play. Greyhounds looking to get some rotational guys in there, looking to just try and put it in cruise control, but still control the game and just get out of here. Again, next week, big game coming up for the Greyhounds, as this one's going to have to be short-lived, and we're going to have to get ready for Odom as next week opens up district down the road in Odom. So they hand the quick handoff in the backfield to come through. Actually, Rivera, is blown up quickly by Robstown defensive line. So looks like the Greyhound coaching staff says they ain't going to take any chances. They're going to try and at least get out of this hole right here as they're facing right there with their backs literally against their own goal line with the ball just sitting outside at the 2-yard line. Siracosta going to try and get at least some room to work with. Inside blitz, Costa pulls it in very dangerous territory, still fighting forward, able to stretch out of it. So Greyhounds face a very, very dangerous situation right there. Acosta able to fight forward, though, and get out of the safety. So it took big, big effort right there. As right now you're just seeing the Robstown defense just gamble and take every chance as they have right now in this area. They want to try and take advantage of it. They've been sending the house on the past 2 downs. And that time the Greyhounds try the hard count and it backfires on themselves. It's going to be false start. The ball is literally going to move maybe an inch because the Greyhounds are already on their own goal line. So 3rd and very long for the Greyhounds, but the more dangerous part is the ball sitting just inside of the 1-yard line. Greyhounds just letting that clock work down all the way down, just under 5 seconds now. Costa going to try and get out of there. Cuts it up. Met at the line of scrimmage, just after the line of scrimmage, a short gain on that one. He's able to get out of that 1 yard line situation, give the Greyhounds at least enough room to try and get a decent punt off. Clock still ticking, just under 6:30 left to play. Low punt. Ozuna able to get a hold of it and able to get a decent punt. Takes a little bit of a Greyhound bounce. Robstown able to get maybe about 5 yards on that return. So 1st and 10, Greyhound defense coming back out on the field. 63-21, 5:59 left to play. Again, the Greyhounds were already facing an uphill battle as their backs were right against the wall. So even though the Greyhound offense was stalled out on that last one, they were still able to drain off 2 minutes from the clock. So that's exactly what they're looking for. As much time can come off the clock, the better. Gutierrez has been a workhorse right there. Puts his head forward and just fights for as much positive yards as he can. He's going to give him a 5 yard gain on that one. Gutierrez, inside handoff once again, bounces it out to the left side now. Going to lean forward, pick up maybe another 2 on that one. So now 3rd and 3 coming up for Robstown. Right now, Robstown just turning it around and handing it off to Gutierrez. The hard count. There is a flag on the play that stops the. So they're going to say false start. Robstown worked the hard count, but it looks like they were the ones that jumped off on their own hard count. So the 5 yard penalty instead of 3rd and short is now going to pick them up 3rd and 7. So this is kind of their situation that they've been facing all night. They get Gutierrez to get positive yards, gets a drive going, and penalties have stalled it and backed it up. And an offense like this one that relied on Gutierrez for so many yards, penalties really, really kill drives. So now there it is. Inside route. Great defense pursuit right there. Going to give up maybe 4 on that one. So now 4th and 3 coming up for Robstown. Out the short completion to the left side. It's like the official timeout. So again, now in today's game, if an official feels in some way that a kid might be hurting himself by keeping himself on the field, he has the right to send him over to the sideline and get checked out. And that's exactly what you saw right there. The official felt the need that the kid needed to go to the sideline. He stopped play at 4:23. Clock now rolling again. 63-21. Robstown just trying to put together one more drive. They're going into a tough district, so building any kind of morale out of this is much necessary. Quick inside route. That time, able to connect. Beautiful on that one. You've seen Silva try to work that play a couple of times tonight, and the Greyhound defense has either batted it down or the receiver unable to hang on to it. That time, it works out. So Gutierrez being patient, trying to find some room to work with. The Greyhound defense able to hold up and only give up 2 on that one. Low snap, able to get it off though. Gutierrez, you can just see the tiredness in this kid's body. He's been working hard all night. And now it's 3rd and long. 3:12 left to play in the 4th quarter. Low snap, Silva able to snap. Now he's facing trouble, under pressure. Ozuna in pursuit, and he's able to bring him down and open space for the sack. So Ozuna, his first game back was last week, and he's been a great addition to both sides of the ball. This time he's slow to get up, but he was able to get a good sack on that one. So after the injury timeout, he's going to bring up 4th and long for the Robstown. He got his So there he goes. Looks like Ozuna maybe caught a cleat to the stomach or something. Slow to get up. But it's great to see him run off on his own power, especially after a big defensive stop on the last play for him. So here we go. Greyhound defense looking to get another stop right here in a turnover on downs. 4th and 8 coming up for Robstown. Silva in the shotgun formation. And that false start's going to back him up even more. So here you go, another penalty slowing down the drive for Robstown Cotton Pickers. And this has kind of been the story of the night for them. Gutierrez gets them a good head start, and then late in the downs, either 2nd, 3rd down, they're getting a false start or some kind of penalty that backs them up into long territories within 3rd and 4th down. So Greyhound defense going to line up man-to-man, going to bring the inside pressure. Here comes the pressure. Silva able to get it off. And good defensive coverage right there by the Greyhounds. Number 18. Steve Guzman able to get the interception for the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds defense able to get another turnover tonight. And that is going to get the Greyhounds possession with 2:17 left to play in the 4th quarter. Greyhound offense just going to look to come out and milk the clock. So again, a quick rundown as you're going to see the Greyhound offense just trying to get as much time off and not give the ball back anymore. You're going to see them just take their time. A simple inside handoff. But a good showing by both sides of the ball tonight. It's nice to see the Greyhound put it together and finish this game. I know the big thing, like we said, both last 2 games were both lost within the 4th quarter. So tonight, that was one of the big emphasis for the Greyhound team is to play 4 quarters of football. On paper, these kids are very, very, very talented. They have all the skill in every position, and it was just about them finding their identity. And looks like they're finding it just in time as we're going to open up district next week down the road at Odom. Again, Odom, once again, the district title favorite in this district. They've been struggling so far in the season, starting out the season 0-3, and tomorrow night they're going to face a tough San Diego team. So the Greyhounds are going to travel down the road to Odom next week after a great performance tonight. But this performance is going to have to be short-lived, especially if the Greyhounds are looking. Odom has won the last few meetings against the Greyhounds, but all the games against Odom pretty much have come down to the second half. So it's going to be, it's huge, especially tonight for the Greyhounds to figure out 4 quarters of football, and they're doing it just in time. As next week, a big, big game. Tonight, a good showing from the Greyhound offense. We had 2 Greyhound offensive players with 3 touchdowns apiece, Acosta and Suarez. And then you had Rivera adding 2 himself. And then the Greyhound defense able to put some points on the board. So overall, just a great performance from the Greyhounds. A fumble. It's going to give up a late touchdown. So a missed cue is going to give the Robstown a late touchdown. Just a sloppy play right there. I was just raving about the Greyhounds being able to put 4 quarters of football. That one, it's not exactly what they wanted to see, but it's still holding a great lead of 63-27. So like I said, 35 seconds left to play. Robstown able to jump on the fumble in the end zone and get a late touchdown, give them 27 points on the night. So Robstown going to go into a very, very tough district that they see the likes of Sidon and Ingleside. So they started out the season hot, 3-0. Tonight they just happened to face a very, very hungry Greyhounds that were looking for redemption after they had given up 2 fourth-quarter leads the last 2 games. So Gutierrez trying to find some room to work with, and this kid is just tired. You can't blame him. He's been the really, really one of the positive spots for the Robstown Cotton Pickers has been Gutierrez. He's had well over 100 yards. So here we are, 63-27, 35 seconds left to play. Greyhounds are just going to look to make sure they get this return cleanly and bring out the victory formation and take a couple nils into the end of the game. So again, a special thank you to all of y'all tuning in from wherever you tuned in from. Please leave in the comments if you're very far. Let us know how far we're reaching and everything. That's what this thing's about, is being able to get all our friends, families, Greyhound alumni, and everything, not only to tonight's game, but you'll catch Omar and Jeremiah at almost every event. They try to bring to you some kind of broadcast. So that's where our sponsors are really, really key in being able to do that for the community. So our fourth broadcast was tonight against Robstown. Greyhounds, like I said, able to redeem themselves after 2 late fourth quarter showings that they weren't happy with. They put it all together tonight, and besides a lazy, sloppy fumble in the end zone, the Greyhounds have been clicking on all cylinders. So it looks like Robstown still trying to keep hope alive. And they're going to try an onside kick. And it's going to take too strong of a bounce, and the Greyhound offensive player, Uvalde, able to secure it right. Nice and tight, and then able just to fall down on it and keep it safe. So with 32 seconds left to play, you're not going to see anything crazy from the Greyhounds. You're just going to see them come out in victory formation. So that's it for us tonight, guys. That's going to be the fall game, 63-27. You'll catch us next week down the road in Odom as the Greyhounds are going to face their district rival, Odom Owls, in a district opener, which looks to be a good one. All right, we'll see y'all next week.